Well, again, thank you for coming. This is the Parent Academy. This is actually week 3, and we're going to be talking about resources within the community. We're so blessed to have Pastor Jude here from Windover Hills, Barry Forelli from the fire department, and Miss Judy Woods from the library. And from there, I'm going to let them take it over, and we can move on. Thank you.
I'm representing the South Park Township Library, and we have something for the whole community, meaning from the preschooler all the way up to the retired. And we have special things for children with their own individual library cards, that they can pick the one they want and have their own card to come in and get their books. There's also a program at the library coordinated with the school district called the Accelerated Reader. And that's coordinated from the school librarian to the township librarian. This is a sample of some of the books that they use in that program. And the parent would know that it's an Accelerated Reader book by this little blue on the end. Inside, it gives more information for the parent about the book. What they do, the children get credit as points. And as they accumulate their points, they get some really terrific prizes, some really terrific things in the school, happening in the library. That's one of the programs that we're working on, and we're working on some other ones in coordination with the school district. We have programs, fun programs too, that the children really don't have to read a book if they don't want to. It's called a Winter Carnival, which is coming up on February 25th from 1 o'clock. It's fun with games, prizes, crafts, and things like that. Lots of things at the library, like Legos. Come to Lego Day at the library. We provide the Legos, and you provide the skill in building. We have all different things for you. Come for the indoor carnival especially. And then come for, if you need some help with reading, we have Tail Wagglers, and it's a tutor program, but it's done with animals, and you learn to read. And these are certified animals. You can come, and there's different days. One is March 15th, April 19th at 7 o'clock in the evening. This is our Lego Lab. That's at Thursday nights at 7, and the dates are given. There is a calendar put out at the library desk every month, and it has all these things on it for the parent. So we're hoping to see all the children and the parents at the library.
Does the library have a website by any chance?
Yes.
A calendar on it?
Yes.
Do you know the URL by any chance?
No.
What we can do is, if you get me that URL, I'll put it on the Parent Academy website.
Okay.
So there'll just be a link on the side under web resources, so they can click on that and make their way right there.
They can also, when they click on it, order books.
I'm sorry, say that again?
They can also order books, and then they can pick them up. Good. Our library exchanges books through all the other libraries. So if you happen to pick up a book at Bethel, you can bring it to South Park and pick up and drop it off and pick up a book at South Park Library. They all work together that way.
The Accelerated Reader also, I know that in the library, I believe we've got the computer there where they can look up books at their kids' level, so
yes.
Kind of at the right level.
Yes. Yes, they can look it up at the library for their children. And there's always librarians there. The children's librarian is usually there, and there's always they'll be willing to help the children pick out their books.
The tail wagging, did you guys do that last year also?
Yes, we started it.
I think my son went to that with my wife, and he loved it. Mm-hmm.
The tail wagging tutor.
Yeah, that's right.
As a parent, it's a really neat thing that you can also, when you're on their website, you can go on, and if you need to renew books, you can renew books and give your child another week or two of reading, or with the DVDs, and so that's a neat aspect that the library has on that website as well. So.
By the way, our library is now carrying Wii games. You can get a game and different video games too, at appropriate age levels. at the library. So it's just not always books.
Pretty cool.
It's certainly a nice hub for our community, that's for sure. I know that a lot of our parents use it frequently, and that's certainly something we want to push and continue to keep it going, because it's a great partnership that we have between the school and the public library, and we only want to see that continue to grow. So,
I think they're now working on an autism program between the library and the school.
fantastic. Wonderful. Thank you.
Could you say a little bit more about the tutor program? I was curious about that.
Okay, there's, I have some sheets that I brought about it. It's Children Reading to Dog Tail Wagging Tutor Program. That's exactly what it's called. And the children read on a one-to-one basis to a dog.
Okay.
Okay, and they are therapy dogs, and it just is just a different kind of, I know there's a lot of children who love to read, and there's a lot of children that you just have to kind of push along to read, and it's just kind of a new way to get them to read.
Absolutely, it's great. And they trick in the book when we get, right?
So what child wouldn't love to read to a dog? That's pretty cool.
Especially when the dog's listening.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Deanna would love that.
Mr. Farrelly, you want to?
Okay, a little bit about myself. My name is Barry Farrelly with Broughton Fire Department. I've been a fireman in South Park for 38 years. I'm also with the Allegheny County Hazardous Materials Team, 30 years there. And I'm the Chief of Emergency Services for the Department of Energy right over the hill here. I've been there for 28 years. Fire service over the last 20 years has changed tremendously. It keeps changing. It keeps getting more and more difficult. It's very, very hard to get firemen anymore. And one of the reasons is the United States Fire Administration has made it so tough for firefighters for training. In 1974, when I first joined the fire department, I went to the Allegheny County Fire Academy on a Saturday morning, started at 9 o'clock in the morning. By 11 o'clock in the morning, we were on our way home. Now it has changed. It's 280 hours of training now, and you consistently have to do training all the time. At my department, we do training every Tuesday night. Library Fire Department also does training on Monday nights. They're going to be switching over, and we're going to be training together here pretty soon. The people that live in South Park are very, very blessed with having emergency services that they have. There are many fire departments out there that have very little manpower, very little funding. Our two fire departments here are very well manned, and we have the funding that we need to buy new equipment all the time. Two of the very best fire departments around. Our EMS service is very good EMS service. Our police department's a very good police department, and we're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Even if it's a small little thing, call us. That's what we're there for. We had a situation a couple years ago. Family came home, they started making dinner, went into the living room, they smelled something burning, they come back out, there was a fire on the stove. They put the fire out, cabinets were above the stove, and there was a little bit of burning on the bottom of the cabinets. They thought they had it out. At 2 o'clock in the morning, the smoke detectors went off, and they lost the whole first floor of their home. They didn't call the fire department. So it's extremely important, no matter how small you think that fire is, call us. We will come out. We have special heat guns, special thermal imaging cameras. We'll bring those out. If there's hot spots behind the wall or under the floor or above the ceiling, we'll find them, we'll dig them out, and we'll take care of them. One of the things that we have in South Park, not too many fire departments jumped on board with this, but the United States Fire Administration, and there was 35 states that joined that to have a certification program. What the certification program is, every one of your firefighters has to have some type of certificate, either a federal certificate or a state certificate. And when you do that, we have these stickers on our trucks. So you might see a truck coming down a road, either a Broughton truck or a library truck, and you'll see this reflective decal on the side. We are a participating department with the state of Pennsylvania and the United States Fire Administration. This is extremely important because what this does is it helps every homeowner in that municipality out, because this goes for your home fire insurance. It goes for what you pay on your home fire insurance. The city of Pittsburgh doesn't even have this certification. We have it here. We have 53 firefighters at Broughton. We have over 100 members, but we have 53 firefighters, and every one of our guys have a certification. Library, every one of their guys has a certification. So we're very blessed here to have what we have. 2 extremely good fire departments, good medic service, good police department. If you need anything, you can always call the fire stations. Library Fire Station is 412-835-7114. Broughton Fire Station is 412-655-4844. If nobody's there, you can leave a message. We'll come out to your home. We'll look things over for you, where smoke detectors should be, where carbon monoxide detectors should be. You know, we can do a lot for you. So we're there for you. If you need us, please call us anytime.
I'll tell you something really interesting with the fire department. This is a personal experience. Mrs. Farrelly, your wife, sets up for us every year Hero Day, and that's usually in September, right around the September 11th date. And I guess it was last year I was out there, maybe it was 2 years ago, and one of your firefighters had about 10 or 11 kids kind of circled around him, and he put all of his gear on. He put the helmet on, put the goggles on, had the breathalyzer thing on, I mean, he was from head to toe, completely decked out. And then he got down on his hands and knees, and he was telling the kids who was doing this, he was saying, come here, come here, come here. And all these kids were looking at him like he was an alien. And he said, well, here's the thing. If you're in a smoke-filled room, the lights are out, you could be drenched with water, and you see this coming at you, those kids are going to be scared, and there's no way they're going to run to them.
Right.
So what a wonderful experience for our kids to see when he starts to take off that stuff. Look, it's me.
Right.
I'm a person underneath here, and I'm here to help you. I think it'd be wonderful if it was mandatory for every kid to have that experience that those kids had that day, because I would be scared if I saw that coming through a rainy, fiery, smoky room.
Sure.
But in my son happened to be one of the kids in that group, so afterwards we talked about it. He said it was nice for him to have that experience. And I hope we keep having that experience with our kids, because I just think it's so important for them to realize behind all that gear that there's a person there to help you. It's
Right.
so critical.
Right, it is. It's extremely important. And, you know, you bring up a good point with that fire gear. You know, a lot of people ask when we go out onto a fire call, they say, you know, you guys went out, it seemed like you had a lot of help there, but you called another, you know, fire department in from outside. Well, you get extreme cold weather, and you have to take a break. You get extreme hot weather, you have to take a break. That fire equipment is extremely heavy. You take somebody like me, I weigh 300 pounds. Once I put the fire gear on, the helmet, the coat, the boots, the pants, and I throw my SCBA on, now I'm pretty close to 500 pounds. So it does not take long for a fireman to get tired. And then that's why we call for other fire departments to bring in extra help, mostly for manpower. We do that quite often.
Can we just go visit your station?
Yeah, call first, and then they'll set up a time for you to come down. Yep.
Just in case I want to repeat that, because that's an excellent question. I don't know if the microphone picked it up here. The question was, if any family would like to come and tour your station, is that possible? And go ahead and repeat that one more time.
Yes. Yes. The question was, can you come down and visit our fire station? You can come down anytime. Just call first, Broughton Station or Library Station. Just give us a call. We'll make sure somebody's there to meet you. We'll take you around, show you the fire equipment, show you the truck, show you the equipment that we use on the trucks, and we'll even have a fireman put on the fire gear just to show the kids, you know, what it looks like.
Thank you so much.
One of the other things, especially in the next few weeks, as the data is coming up, we'll also remind everyone is
smoke detectors.
About the smoke detectors.
Right. Very important with smoke detectors. You should change the battery whenever we change the clocks, which is going to be 3 weeks, I think. 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah.
3 weeks we'll be changing the clocks. At that time, you should change the detectors in your smoke detector, your batteries in your smoke detector, and your carbon monoxide alarm. Also, it's very important with your smoke alarms and your carbon monoxide alarms. One is not enough. You should have them on every floor of the house. Carbon monoxide alarm and a smoke alarm should be on every floor of the house. Because what happens is carbon monoxide alarms, some people put them in the basement and they put them down there for the furnace or hot water tank or the dryer. And people forget that your stove, unless it's an electric stove, is also gas, so it will emit carbon. Too many people don't realize that, and they put the or the carbon monoxide detector downstairs, and it actually came from the stove in the kitchen. So it's very important to have smoke alarms and carbon monoxide alarms on each floor. Also, we have handouts. They are here, and I will leave a bunch of them here at the school, so you can pick them up here.
And I'm actually looking through it right now. There's a lot of interesting things in this particular handout quickly. What I would like to do with this, if it's possible, and if we're allowed, to find out, but maybe scan it and we'll put a copy of it on the Parent Academy website so you can read it, because there's a lot of
Yes.
important information here very quickly. It's good.
Yeah,
really
that'd be a good
stuff.
idea.
I had no idea that you could get a smoke alarm with recordable voice, which is nice, because
Right.
then the kids would hear the parent instead
Right.
of the screen or something like that.
Right, and there's all kind of different smoke alarms out there now. They have smoke alarms for some people that are hearing impaired. They actually have a vibrate light type thing on them, and there's a pad. The wire, the little pad goes under your pillow, and if that goes off, it actually vibrates that pad, which vibrates your pillow. So there's all kinds of new things out there now. The technology is amazing. There's a little bit of everything out there to help anyone out. So, but if anybody needs anything, please call your fire station. If you have any kind of emergency, no matter how small it may be, please call 911 and let us know. We'll come out and check it out for you. It's not a problem for us.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
I'm Reverend Jude Urso. I'm the pastor with the Windover Hills United Methodist Church, and I'm here to tell you all about the other things the church offers besides the normal church things. We are a very community-oriented congregation, so much so that a lot of the community institutions that you're used to hearing about meet at the church. And we wanted to make sure that everyone was aware of that. So, for instance, if you have a young child, a boy who's looking for Cub Scouts, they meet at the church. All age levels from first grade on up until the time that they bridge over to Boy Scouts. If you have an older child who's looking for Boy Scouts, we have affiliation with them, but they meet at the neighboring congregation, Grace Lutheran Church. That is where the Boy Scout troop is held. If you have a daughter of any age from kindergarten all the way up to when they're getting ready to graduate and they're looking for Girl Scouts, all of those troops meet at the church. And every year they're starting a new troop for the incoming kindergarten class. So they meet at the church. We also have a group called MOPS, Mothers of Preschoolers. That meets during the daytime, and that is exactly what it says. It's mothers of preschoolers who get together and who are there to support each other. They have caregivers who watch the kids during their meeting, and they usually meet about twice a month at the church. So that group meets there. There's a group there called TOPS, Taking Off Pounds Smartly. They usually meet on Thursdays, and they come and they are a support group for weight loss. There is a Christian counseling service that now calls their home at the church. They have different counselors there who are there throughout the week. They take certain insurances, but also on a cash pay basis. And those I have pamphlets over here about that Christian counseling service that is there. We also run in the summertime for the kids an ecumenical vacation Bible school, and so that's not just us, but it's us and Nativity Catholic Church and Grace Lutheran Church and all of the churches of the South Park community getting together to offer that vacation Bible school for the kids. We have a 3- and 4-year-old preschool, and as of last year, we are the only privately run, church-run preschool in South Park now. A few others have closed, and so, and actually next year we will be celebrating our 40th year as a preschool in South Park for 3- and 4-year-olds. There is a what I call a community men's breakfast, because men from around the community come and attend it. It's the third Monday of the month, second Monday of the month. Thank you, Judy. It's the second Monday of the month, and it's a great time. The men get together at 8:30. They eat breakfast, and we usually have a speaker come in from the community. 2 months ago, we had one of the school board directors come in and talk to the group. This last month, we had someone from the Allegheny County Health Department come in and talk to the group. So it's always something of interest to the men that are there, and that's open to the men of the community from 8:30. They're done by 9:30. We have a women's forum that invites people from not only our church but the community to come and join them for their activities, and they have actually coming up a special tea, right, Judy? There's a tea coming up.
Well, brunch.
A brunch, women's brunch. That's right. And also, then we have a seniors group. It's called SAS. Seniors are special somebodies, and they meet once a month. And again, that is a community group where seniors from the community come together, and they bring their brown bag lunch, and there's usually dessert provided, and they spend time fellowshipping, and sometimes they make crafts, sometimes they play bingo, but it's always a fun time for those seniors. They meet at the church. There's also a younger kids group called Windy Kids, which kids from 3 years of age up to 4th grade come to the church for a craft and play time. There's also a youth group for kids 5th to 12th grade, and we usually pull in not just from South Park, but from about 5 different school districts in the area for that group. Every Saturday, there's Alcoholics Anonymous that call the church home. They meet at 10 a.m. There's also on the church property a red box, and this red box is a donation box, and that is there and helps to support disabled veterans, that folks can drop used clothing or goods off at that box, and that's on the...
Repeat that one, because at the red box I'm thinking of...
I know the videos, right? No, we that might not be a bad community thing. No, this red box is for used goods to be able to be donated, much like a Goodwill box, but this specifically goes to disabled American veterans. And then the other group I wanted to mention that is a community asset right in that area is also over at Grace Lutheran Church, but that is the Meals on Wheels. And they deliver Meals on Wheels to the area seniors, and they're always looking for help. And not just adult help. When kids are on Christmas break, when they're on spring break, when they're off for the summer, kids are invited to come help as well. And I know there's a program here in the school district where some of the kids will go help during that holiday break time in the Christmas season. So kids are invited to do that as well. So those are some of the community assets that call the church home. And most folks would be familiar that we're located right across from Sunny Slopes, where everyone enjoys going sled riding. So that's what's going on at Wendover Hills.
I can certainly attest to the preschool program, because my son goes to the preschool program, and it's top notch. It's certainly
and has been for many years.
Yeah, it's a wonderful blend of academics and just letting them be kids. So it really is a wonderful organization.
Absolutely. I've only been in this community now a little over a year and a half, and I cannot tell you how many people I've met where they say, "Oh, where are you at?" And I'll say, "Wendover Hills United Methodist Church." And I say, "Oh, I went to preschool there." And you're right, it is just a great community asset.
It really is. Now, I know you also have a lot of brochures and stuff over there on the table. Really, for all three of you, I think it would be best if we could find a way to scan those and get them up on our Parent Academy website, because that website, again, like all three of you are saying, that's supposed to be a community site. So anything that we can do to join ourselves using that particular domain is fine with me. Just let me know and I'll get it up there. Those type of handouts are key.
And I should probably also give the church's website, just so a lot of these are on the calendar, or there's a way to contact different people. And so that's www.wendoverhills.com. And just type that in, and they'll go straight to the church's website, and they can find that information, or they can give the church a call at 412-653-6899, and we'd be able to help them with, basically be able to connect them with, whether it's the scouting group or the AA group or whatever their need is, we could help them with that.
Could you say a little bit more about the counseling services? I was curious about the age range and if it was individual, family.
Absolutely. For the counseling service, it is all age ranges. I know that one of the counselors currently there has worked with children specifically, all the way up to adults. So and what they do is when you call the number which is on the brochure, they do an intake, and they ask you all the appropriate questions to basically try to match you with the appropriate counselor. That is usually a one-on-one piece, but they will also do family counseling as well, depending on the need that is there. And this Christian counseling service is based all throughout Western Pennsylvania, from Greensburg to Cranberry, and they're new in this area within the last 2 months. And one of the things that they found was that for a lot of churches, they had empty rooms during the week. And so that's why they've gone to the churches of all types of different denominations to use their buildings to offer this service because of that available space. This is the brochure, and the phone number is here. It's 724-396-1510, and they can also be looked up on the web with some more detailed information there at christiancounselingwpa.com. And we can get that information on your website as well.
Anybody else have any other questions? Well, excellent. Thank you so much for coming, the three of you, and the video will be up on the website probably within the next 2 to 3 days, and we're going to get all that information up there as well, okay? Thank you so much.
Our pleasure. Thank you.